Hey everybody, it's me, James Yon. You're about to see a new episode of Crying in My Car, a podcast for teachers. Now, on this episode, we get to talk about a teacher who quit his job. Not because he didn't like teaching, it's because the water where he surfed had sewage in it and he got sick. Yikes. That's why I don't go in the water anymore. Then we're going to be talking about a teacher who actually did something incredible and won the strongman competition. Nobody's misbehaving in that class, I guarantee it. Then we're going to do a top 10. A gentleman who is a teacher wrote a story about 10 things that parents don't understand about teachers that they need to know. Stay tuned. A new episode of Crying in My Car is up next.
Hey everybody, welcome to Crying in My Car, a podcast for teachers. My name is Devin Siebold. Got my good friend, Mr. James Yon.
What's up?
And he's a parent, and I'm a teacher, or was a teacher, and now we're here to hopefully make you laugh, ease the stress of the work week, and hopefully you can help us out by sharing, liking, commenting, subscribing, letting everybody know. We love to have a wonderful second year of this show, just getting better and better and better, and obviously we need your support, so thank you so much to those of you out there that listen weekly. I hear from you all the time, and we're very, very thankful. Now, James, today we're going to get into some parent stuff in just a little bit.
Okay.
But I'm interested in knowing your opinion on this first a little bit.
Okay.
The first thing I want to talk about is something that, I don't know, it used to be like a big thing, and now it's kind of gone away. And it's a two-part question. But the senior prank, the art of the senior prank.
Yes.
It's something that a long time ago, I think, had a lot of thought put into it, like planning, meticulous.
Yes.
And then it kind of went to malicious. Like sometimes senior pranks are like, hey, look at what we did. We graffitied the school. And you're like, wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Thanks for misdemeanors.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty much.
We had a few senior pranks. Some of them funny, some of them not funny, some of them malicious. One of them malicious with funny intent. You know, it was like you could tell it was the good kids because we had them come and then they spray painted stuff all over the school. And they spray painted LOL, gotcha. And seniors rock. And I was like, what kind of villainous person did that? You know, because it was the most mild stuff.
Like, oh, look what I did.
Yeah, not one eggplant emoji. Not one.
None.
You would have thought. But, you know, it's...
You went through a bad school.
Yeah, I didn't do a senior prank per se. I went to a very small school. There was literally 15 of us in the graduating class, so it would have been like, it was you.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, we didn't have any way to hide it, so we didn't do it.
I couldn't do it.
I used to see some creative ones, some different things, you know. One of the ones that I remember the most that I thought was pretty solid, because I don't know how they got away with it, was they took the license plates off of all of the cars in the teacher parking lot.
Whew.
Yeah, and
Woo.
they literally took the license plate off of all the cars, and they put them in a row on the road leading up to the teacher parking lot.
Okay, I'm going to give it up.
I was quite impressed because, I mean, that's a lot of screws. That's a lot of license plates. That's a lot of teachers that were crying in their car that chose to ignore the vandalism. There's a lot of...
That's creative, though.
Yeah, and it was mostly harmless. It was one of those things of us all coming out there going, I don't know what my license plate number is.
Do you know yours?
Yeah, I don't know. We all had to get our registrations. I'm the one with the Z on the end.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, and it was harmless.
Can I say that kind of thing? That makes the best kind of senior prank. When it's not malicious or hurtful, but it makes you annoyed or inconvenienced. That's a great prank.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to get in too much trouble, but you still want to do something because you're leaving. So yeah, that was a good one. I'll give it to him.
Did
That's
you
creative.
have a senior prank?
Me? We got people who got caught.
Oh, yeah.
Because here's what would happen. It
Like
always
TP and stuff?
They tried.
Yeah.
The school would always make an announcement. Do not attempt to do a senior prank on campus after hours.
Or you will lose your diploma.
Yes.
You ever get those?
Yes.
And by the way, I'd love to know, has this ever happened that a senior prank has cost a diploma?
Never.
Because normally they threaten that and then they just do it anyways.
Never.
And it's never. You're like, yeah, let's just give it to them.
No, get out. Here you go. Take this with you.
It's a prank.
But yeah, they would have a Mexican standoff basically. So they would make that announcement. Kids would be like, challenge accepted. Mm-hmm. And they would show up at the school and guess who was waiting?
Yeah.
The cops and the faculty.
Yep.
And so you get caught, and then you'd have some kind of discipline action, but they still let them walk in graduation.
I feel like senior pranks started to go away once video cameras became so much more prevalent on campus. Now we can literally pinpoint you.
Yeah.
And they're big about it too. Like something would happen in our school, and we had HD, like super high def cameras throughout the school. And within minutes of an event happening, we would get an email and it'd be like, recognize them, and it would be like the most perfect picture of the student, and you'd be like, that's Derek. But it was like instant, and then I'd get worried because I'm like, they can see me leaving.
They
can see me leaving early.
Yeah.
Recognize them? Yeah, that's Mr. Siebold. Oh, it's 2:15. He doesn't get out till 3:30.
What were you doing, Mr. Siebold? I was going out. I was going out to the parking lot to make sure no license plates were stolen.
You know what? Yes, that's exactly what it was.
You're doing.
Yeah. I also think another thing that's kind of gone away, aside from the senior prank. By the way, I'd love to hear your senior pranks. If you did one, or if you have seen them in school being done. If it's something that you're like, oh, this is a good idea, or this is a terrible idea, share it in the comments.
Well, let me tell you really quick why I could not participate in senior prank.
Okay.
My mom was a cop.
Oh.
So imagine if I got caught trying to participate in a senior prank, I would have to go see her.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that. No, I know my mom. I know what she's like. I'd be like, officer, just shoot me. It's going to be better. Don't let her get me. I couldn't do it.
So I didn't do the senior pranks. One thing that I think is a lost thing that I haven't seen a lot of, and I don't know what your opinion is on this, but I wish that we would do it more, is the senior class gift.
Oh, yeah.
And what I mean by that is, like, I've been in so many schools, whether I went to them or I went and taught in them, or I've spoken them, where I've walked around and you see, like, a beautiful courtyard. Yeah. And there's a plaque there that says this courtyard was a gift of the senior class of 1965. Yeah. You know, and it's always the 60s, 70s, sometimes the 80s. I don't see anything saying the class of 1990 gifted you this. The class of 2007 gifted you that. It's normally like the statue used to be here and this class of 2007 knocked it down.
Yep.
And, but you would see like little things. Touch-ups in the school. Yeah. And this canopy, this theater, this, new system, this something, Not
anymore. I don't see that. I remember I think our class was one of the last to do it. Like we would have a fundraiser to do something. Yeah. And I think we had a new Panther mascot put up or something like that on a wall, something like that. But I think that just went away.
Right. My best friend died when I was 16. Wow. It was very traumatic, because when you're a teenager, that your best buddy died.
It's your world.
Yeah, yes. And so I know we planted a tree at the school, and it was a established tree. So we took in a decent sized tree, planted it at the school in the main courtyard, and put it there in his name, and hopefully it would provide shade for people for years to come. And it's still there. And,
that is awesome.
So that's the kind of gift that I would, you don't see really senior classes or anything. We did that in his name. I don't know if the plaque's still there or anything. I haven't followed up on that, but the tree is, the memory is there. And, you try to do something nice, but I think that nobody ever talks about that. What are we giving them?
What are we giving back before we go?
And sometimes they have money. Sometimes they do have money to do something like that.
But no one
brings
it up.
Event. It's a one-time thing, and it's usually, unfortunately, a reflection of who we are as a society because it's a thing that we do for ourselves.
Yeah, you're right.
The senior class is like, what do we do with all this money? I don't know. Instead of gifting the future, why don't we just use it today and build, this or do this that we can handle right now.
There you go. That we get instant gratification for it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's weird that's changed with schools today. My kids, when they graduated high school not too long ago, were not excited for graduation like we were. We were like, man, we're gonna party. It's gonna be great. Everybody's gonna be there. We're gonna take pictures. They're like, man.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a big deal.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I kind of saw that happen too.
Yeah, it became like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, but yeah.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing? We're just gonna go like to Steak and Shake. Like, you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
became like,
I think kids grow up too fast nowadays. It's kind of like, I already felt like I left school a long time ago.
They
it's
did.
like, well, your grades reflected that. And
and believe it or not, I think I know why it was that way for my kids. They were doing dual enrollment.
oh, yeah.
So they felt already like they'd already left high school. Like you said, like they were like, oh man, yeah, I'm going to college right now. So that's what I really care about. So they were more excited to graduate from college than, to get their high school diploma.
And unfortunately, I taught in a area that was Title I, very low income, and there wasn't a lot of college prospects. So I think
Really?
another thing of, hey, I'm graduating high school, man, I'm on my way to college. A lot of these kids were going, I'm graduating high school, I have to work at 6. And I work tomorrow, the next day, and the next day after, and now I'm just working for the rest of my life.
That's all I'm going to do. Yeah. Damn.
They didn't have the future prospects, unfortunately.
That's bleak.
That you would see.
Yeah. Like,
well,
ugh.
I taught in an area that was a high migrant farm worker area. And so a lot of these kids would work in fields and work in produce and part of the community. The community was heavy produce manufacturing and stuff like that. And so it was very hard labor, hard work.
I can imagine.
And so it wasn't fun. It's nothing that they wanted to look forward to. And so the graduation was kind of like oh man, I don't get that reprieve anymore.
No.
Now I got to go straight into the family
work.
business.
And didn't your school have like special hours built around
because
when they
of
had
that.
to work?
Yeah, we went really early and got out really early.
Gotcha.
Because of sunlight. And that was where we were. I mean, Florida, heavy citrus communities, things like that.
True indeed.
So yeah, but I just I wish I saw more senior pranks, more senior gifts, more.
Don't say that.
And more.
Don't put that out there.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's kind of it's cool. I think to me, honestly, senior pranks and senior gifts and stuff bring the seniors together.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like, it seems to me like we're kind of an every man for themselves kind of society lately. Instead of going, yeah, I'm class of 03. We don't wear that pride badge anymore.
No, that's what I mean. Like, me, class of 94.
Dude,
like, it was
Letterman
great.
jacket used to
Yes.
be it. Letterman
Bro.
jacket, class ring,
Yes.
repping the 96, class is like.
And they made the two versions of the Letterman jacket. You could get the satin one, the normal one that they had, or you can get the leather sleeves.
Oh.
Remember that? Yeah.
Or you can get two and give one to your girlfriend and tell her that's the only one you have.
There you
and then
go.
when she loses it, you're like, that's okay, I got to back up.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're right about that. Man.
Yeah, but we didn't do the Letterman jackets. We didn't even, it just wasn't
No.
pride kind of went away.
It did.
Yeah,
They don't
unfortunately.
have that.
It used to be a cool thing. All right, let's jump into the teachers in the news, shall we?
We shall.
There is a teacher that was forced to quit their job. And I say to myself, oh no, what happened? Well, this is an interesting one. And I'm only bringing this up because I've never heard of this before.
Okay.
But they live in the UK, and I love teachers for one specific reason.
Okay.
Teachers, when they see something wrong, they are most likely to go, this needs to change.
Okay.
And they enact some sort of action. And so there's a teacher that was forced to quit his job, and he apparently was a surfer. And apparently had been surfing for quite some time till he developed an incurable ear condition that he believes was caused by sewage polluted water. Apparently these surfers in the UK have been surfing, and they have formed their own coalition called SAS, Surfers Against Sewage. That's a good thing to be against.
Yes,
You're a
it is.
surfer.
Yeah.
But they said that apparently the instances of sick surfers has tripled in the last year. And their concerns apparently have led to the Prime Minister looking into this because apparently there are infrastructure problems and crumbling infrastructure where sewage has regularly been spilled in the UK waterways, and it's becoming a massive environmental problem. And so he had to quit his job as a teacher, developed a terrible ear infection, intense ringing, couldn't hear all of a sudden. And didn't know what the deal was till he did some research and found out there was a lot of other surfers suffering from the same thing. and they discovered it might be sewage. And at that point, I say, maybe I'm not going to surf anymore.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
But they want to keep surfing. They love it. And the quality of water report is not good.
Well,
and
dumb question. How is it spilling into the water?
I don't know. But interestingly enough, in a single year, they went from 1,924 people getting ill from entering the water up to 720 more.
That's crazy.
The next year. So that's
crazy. Like, look, there's only two things going to happen when you swim in sewage. You're going to get an ear infection, or you're going to turn into a Ninja Turtle.
I know.
Yeah.
Or both.
Or both.
Yeah. But apparently this is something that this teacher has said, you know what, I'm going to start pushing back against. And apparently the British government is looking into it. But what... I don't know.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, the only thing is I can say is, first off, stop swimming in it.
Yeah.
Stop surfing. And, definitely, hopefully this SAS gets down to it and finds out whether there's sewage. And there's terrible pictures of sewage in the water.
Oh, that's not.
Why would you swim in that? But, hey, you know what? If you're a surfer, go for it. So it's like, oh no, come out of the water. What, shark? No, it's you don't want to know.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
All right. This is a good one. Ohio teacher is now competing on Netflix's Squid Game: The Challenge.
Okay.
Yeah, have you seen it?
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
What's it like?
It's actually... Okay, they do. If you've ever watched the Squid Game, the actual show, you know that if a contestant loses, they die.
Yeah.
Now, you can't kill people on a game show yet. So they have the people act like they're dying. They'll like put a blood pack on him, like in movies, like he's getting shot or something like that. Some people are really great at dying.
Yeah.
Some people are just like, oh man, I got shot. I'm out. Yeah, but it actually is good. It surprised me how good it actually is.
Really? See,
Yes.
I haven't watched it. I watched Squid Game.
Oh,
I thought that was a great series.
Yeah.
I'm excited, by the way, Alice in Borderland season 3 coming.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but I haven't watched the series, but it's cool to see a teacher represented in this whole Ohio teacher. It says they flew him out to London. That's where it was filmed.
Yeah.
And they kept them isolated for 3 days before the filming began for the series. But you know what? I think teachers are resilient. I think this is it. $4.5 million, by the way, up for grabs. Isn't that crazy?
That is nuts.
That's almost as much as that driver's ed teacher
that
saved
he
up.
left behind.
That he left behind. But 10 episodes. 10 episodes. We'll see if they win. I don't know. We'll see. But
Good luck.
Apparently, good luck to the teacher in Ohio that is competing. All right, this next one. I've seen these numbers before. It was wild to see this shared, but if you're in the teacher circles, you already know this is a fact.
Okay.
41-year-old teacher's kitchen table side hustle brings in $10,400 a month. And she says, when I don't work, the sales still come in. And that is true. And that side hustle, as you probably know, I'm sure that they're sitting here going, we already know what it is. It's Teachers Pay Teachers. Teachers Pay Teachers is a website where you go on and you can get, you're looking confused.
I am.
There's
I'm
a
very
cheat code for teachers. We all know it. If you didn't plan that day or you're looking for some ideas, you can go online and you can find a Civil War lesson and you say what grade level, 11th grade, what standards you're looking to accomplish, these standards. And then it goes, here's all the results. And you can say, oh, that one's a good one. And you download it. It costs you $2, $10, sometimes a lot of money if it's a really thorough lesson.
Yeah.
But there's teachers that are posting those things.
Okay.
And they say, here's my lesson. If you want it, it's $3.
Okay.
Then they sell it online. Teachers Pay Teachers takes their cut, and then they give you the money. There are teachers that make a fortune on that.
Really?
Yeah. And obviously, she makes $10,000 a month. But I know other teachers that have shared with me $20,000, $30,000 a month. And it's residual. They don't have to promote it. It's there. They know that every year people are going to want a Civil War lesson.
It's amazing.
If they have one of the top-rated, top-downloaded Civil War lessons, every teacher going, I want to teach about the Civil War, $3, $2.
Come on.
But if 5,000 teachers download it,
that's a lot. No, I'm saying it's really cost effective if you're the teacher buying it. $2 ain't a lot to give up.
Yeah, I wonder is my thing still on there? I have something on there, by the way.
Nice.
I did. I uploaded it. And by the way, it was exceedingly highly rated.
Okay.
You know what's funny is I know that there's people that have been listening to this for so long, and they are like, is he talking about what I think he's talking about? Yeah. Oh, Teacher in the Wild. There's a lot of Teacher in the Wild stuff on there. Cool. But that's neat. I didn't know that the people are making money off of my stuff. Anyways.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it has your name in it.
Yeah, it has my name on there.
Oh. Let's not call his name out.
Oh, it's still on there. It is presented by Crying in My Car. It is free. It is 5 stars at 30 ratings. I posted the lyrics to Hungry Eyes. I did it just to see.
Just to see?
Just to see. I said, is anybody going to download this? They did.
Who doesn't want to sing that? Hungry eyes.
I feel the magic between. Eric Carmen. But anyways, I posted the lyrics to it. We discussed it on the podcast years ago. If you've been following since the beginning, you know this is a running joke. But I said, you know what? I'm going to start my own Crying in My Car, Teachers Pay Teachers. We're going to post it, and I want you guys to rate it, and I want it to be moved up in the ladder. And it's a 5-star, 30 ratings, lyrics to Hungry Eyes.
That's right.
Stylized.
If you will. Hungry eyes.
But by the way, there is a lesson on Eric Carmen's Hungry Eyes. Says this song is a warm-up and a wrap-up. For what?
For what exactly, sir?
It looks like he's got a full, perfect PowerPoint presentation on Hungry Eyes by Eric Carmen. This guy's trying to capitalize off me too.
Bro, this guy's something else, man.
These people. Anyways, if you didn't know, but yeah, you can go online and pay other teachers. The problem is that we're essentially becoming our own pyramid scheme in a way. It's like, let's just move the money over here and give it to you and over here, and only the top 1%, make any money. But so it's a good thing if you're a teacher and you're sitting out there going, I got a lot of good lessons. I just haven't put them into,
that's smart, man.
Printable PDF download form. Do it. You can go on Fiverr and get somebody to put it into a form for you that's presentable, and then post it on there. See how it goes.
Make money.
Yeah, never know.
Gotcha.
All right, the last one was kind of an interesting thing. I'd never heard this before. In Panama Central School. I don't think that's actually Panama, just so you're aware. But maybe I'm wrong. In Panama Central School, there was a teacher that earned master status.
Ooh.
And I was like, what the heck, master status? They got their masters, huh?
Yeah, that's what
I thought.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that. Apparently, you have to apply to become a master teacher.
Okay.
And I've never heard of this, but I think it's pretty cool. There's a master teacher program, and it's specifically so that you can collaborate with other master teachers in your same field. I think this is brilliant.
Okay.
The best of the best teachers get together. You have to have a certification, and apparently the certification was a 10-month process to get classified as a master teacher.
Okay.
You meet with other master teachers. It says they fly them out. They're flown out and they talk with other master teachers, and then they discover best practices, and then they bring it back, and then they share it with other teachers and say, here's what the masters have spoken.
What did you learn? I learned that if I tell the kids it's a beautiful day outside, I can go smoke under the bleachers.
I went to Mount Olympus, and here's what I saw.
Yes.
But it's interesting because I didn't think that was a thing, but apparently it is, and it's around New York. So maybe Panama, New York. Is there a Panama, New York?
We'll have to look that up.
But anyways, yeah, it says they go to Buffalo State a few times a month to join other master teachers, talk about what they're doing around the state. Goes on throughout the year and summer for professional development opportunities, and they visit and they learn, and they then share it with everyone else. And I think that's pretty cool. I think we need the master teacher.
I like that title, man. It must look good on the resume.
Yeah, it must. Yeah. It doesn't pay more, I guarantee that.
Right, yeah.
But I think that's pretty cool that they just keep going, because, I mean, when you think about it, a lot of professions, they have journals and stuff like that, like doctors.
They do.
Listen to other experts in their field. And teaching, we have some experts. To be honest with you, though, most experts aren't actually in the field at the time.
They're not doing it.
They're not practicing.
No, they're telling you what you should be doing.
Yeah, or they never practice it in the first place. All right, the last one. a teacher wins the National Strongman Competition. How awesome
Come on, man. You
is
got to
that?
give it up for that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Apparently, there's an interesting Royal National College for the Blind. This is a teacher there. So
Wow.
emerged victorious after claiming second place in the England's Strongest Man contest last year. Now they won this year.
Oh,
and
nice.
40 years old. By the way.
Oh, that's young.
That's pretty impressive. No, well, yeah, but also 40 and winning the strongest man. I mean, I can't get out of bed in the morning some days, and I'm 39. I'm like,
I hear you.
That's
You're like,
impressive.
That is impressive.
But
man.
when your teacher wins the strongest man, bus duty, they just pulled him.
Yes, that's right.
Hey, you're on bus duty. He's like, puts the rope in his teeth. No, not that. Your teacher, if there's world's strongest man, by the way, they can actually lift 2 students' backpacks.
Look at that.
Yeah, just
there you go. Oh.
And then also, the best part about having your teacher win strongman is that when they ask you to pull forward in the car line and you don't, they just pick up your car.
Move it.
They just move it out of the way. They're like, you just over to the left, over to the
That's
left.
hilarious.
Yeah.
There you go.
Can you imagine if your teacher won world's strongest man?
You would not say a word in class.
I know.
You'd be
It's
like, yes, sir.
You guys think about fighting? No, not at all.
No,
Yeah, what's a senior prank? We don't prank.
We don't prank.
We were going to build a statue to you. Actually, we were thinking about planting several trees so you can rip them down with your hands. I don't know.
Rip them down with your hand.
Just wild, man. Strongest.
So what if you could open
teacher.
up this coconut with your bare hand?
I wonder what he had to do. That's the only thing is I listened to this stuff and I'm like, that's pretty cool. But I kind of want to read about like how many pounds he had to lift.
Well, I'm looking at a picture of him. He looks quite solid, sir.
Yeah, he does.
looks
But I watched some of
sturdy.
those strongest man competitions, man. Some of those, they literally like lift a rock and they put it on a pedestal and you're like, and then you're like, okay, that was 600 pounds. And it's like,
what? Yeah.
all right. I couldn't lift my belly onto the pedestal. I'm lifting 600 pounds. All right.
I still do the to get in bed, like the sound effects, man.
You ever get on the side of the bed and you just sit up and you're like, all right, let the blood rush.
Yep.
All right, don't want to get up too quick.
No.
James, you got something for me today, my friend.
I do, man.
Now,
I do.
I'm not sure I'm ready for this one.
Well, I think you are. We're going to take it slow, and I think it's something that everyone needs to hear.
Take it slow. We got. Am I paying you $500?
Yes. It puts the lotion on its skin. All right. Well, here's an article that was written by a teacher. He goes by the name Murph. And it's 10 things parents just don't understand about teachers.
Parents just don't understand.
Yeah, that's true. Now,
Parents just don't understand about teachers. Okay.
I love how he started this out. He gave a little analogy. He goes, look, I've eaten in hundreds of restaurants before, and I've never worked in one. But my wife has. So whenever I start to complain at a restaurant, she gives me a kind of back of the house knowledge of what might be going on. Like he says, the family is seated ahead of us because the table opened up for 4 people and not for 6.
Yeah, not for 6.
That's
not for 2,
why,
yeah.
yes. People don't know that, though. They think, well, I'm being discriminated against or it's not fair. Or the fact that food, you look around a restaurant and you say, man, the restaurant's not busy. Why is the food taking so long? Maybe you don't know that they got like 12 orders on backup for to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So he's saying, look, if you've never done what I've done before, then you shouldn't tell me how to do my job.
Right.
Is
But
what
they will.
But they will. So I like how he kind of got into that because I think everybody can understand that.
It's a good analogy.
Yeah, it is. It's a good one. He said, one of the things that people don't understand, parents, we as teachers have less control over things than you actually think we do.
Very true.
We're not all powerful. So I wanted to ask you your opinion on this. What he's saying is the state tells us what to teach, and we have to do what they tell us to. Even though we might want to teach it a different way or say some certain things we want to say that's our opinion, we can't stray too much from what's laid out.
Now more than ever.
Yes.
I mean, that's the thing. I got a message from a guy talking about Houston ISD. And Houston, man, there's some craziness over in Houston. But one of the things he specifically said was his lesson plans are given to them with specific days and PragerU videos that they have to show.
Wow.
And specific things they have to talk about at specific times. And if you're not doing that when they walk through your class, I mean,
you're in trouble.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, your child's upset that they had to do this, that, this. Well, I didn't pick that for
No,
them.
not at all. They
Yeah.
think you're all powerful because it's
Yeah.
your classroom. But no, you guys have a kind of strict guidelines you have to follow.
Yep.
You can't.
Even when they don't tell you what curriculum, sometimes you have grade chairs that tell you what to do, and you all get together and it's like, okay, this week we're covering this. This week we have to do that. The federal government mandates Constitution Day. We got to talk about the Constitution. Anti-bullying, bullying prevention week. We have to do that. We don't get to pick and choose a lot of
No,
times.
you don't. You actually don't.
Right.
And even more so today, like in Florida, there are so many guidelines that our governor gives teachers that they can't talk about. So if you even get asked about it, you can't answer. You're like, I really can't talk about that.
Nope.
You'd have to, yeah. So it's tough. Teachers are not all powerful people. I know we think they are because it's their classroom, but they got strict guidelines just like we do at our job.
Right.
Yeah.
Except for the guy that won the strongest competition.
He does whatever he wants.
does whatever he
Yeah,
wants. He
pretty
can-
much. Oh, you want to come in 3 hours late? Fine. Fine.
That's fine.
Fine.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, you should rest.
Yeah. I'll cover.
Those big muscles of yours. They need.
Is that a tree in your hands? Don't hit me.
For no reason, just unrooting trees all day. All right. One thing that this guy says, Murph, that parents don't understand is teachers, we do it all ourselves. We don't have an assistant. There's no secretary. So you need to be patient with me for certain things. And his example was, if you send me an email at 10:30 a.m., I'm not going to probably be able to see that email until 3 o'clock when school is over because I'm teaching. I just don't have a lot of time to stop what I'm doing to go look at the email you might have sent.
And
So-
you think you're the only email that
Oh
we
my
have.
God, yes, man. There's how many students do you have plus their parents? Yeah, you may be getting email from students and their parents. So it's hard.
Yeah.
It's definitely hard. People, they're doing it all by themselves.
And the thing is, my students would ask, when do I get this paper graded back? And I go, how many students do you think I have? And they go, 25. And I go, in this class, how many classes do you think I teach a day? And they're like, 6. Yeah, right. 6, sometimes 7. Sometimes I pick up the 7th.
Yeah.
So 6 times 25. I'm no mathematician.
Yes.
But that's a lot of papers to
Yeah.
grade. Now, right now, I can walk you through grading one paper. Would you like to grade one paper for me? Oh, it took you 8 minutes to grade that one paper? Perfect. 8 minutes times the 150 students.
Yes.
How long do you think? I mean,
Well,
you have to do the math.
The answer is too damn long.
Yeah, the answer is completion grade.
Yeah.
That's the answer. Check mark.
Gotcha.
But that's the thing is, it's us. It's all by ourselves.
Yes.
We don't have that assistance.
You don't.
We don't have the magic wand that we wave over things.
You do not.
Yeah.
So we got to be a little patient when it comes
Yep.
to understanding what teachers have to go through. Here's one that I found very refreshing because it's very honest. We forget stuff.
We forget stuff.
Yes.
Oh yeah, teachers forget.
What he's saying is we're human just like you. I won't remember every single detail about your student off the top of my head.
No.
I won't remember what happened last Tuesday off the top of my head. I deal with so many students every single day and our job's ever changing. I'm going to forget some stuff. Do I,
I
do
don't
it
even
on
remember
purpose?
their names.
Yes.
They're like, we're 7 months in. I'm like, I don't know who you
are,
are. You're my
yeah.
father. I'm sorry. I try. It's
Dad. Dad. That's what
dad.
dad.
Oh, I thought you said dead. I thought this is a threat.
That's so funny. So what he's saying is, look, we're not perfect, and we never claim to be. We're gonna forget some stuff. Please, just be a little patient.
Yeah.
That's all he's saying.
Yep. Even times when I go, all right, I'm going to do this for a student. And even when it comes to like things like accommodations, even sometimes you're like, I try my best. I have, when I first started teaching, I had 3 accommodations. I had this person needs to sit to the front of class. This person gets extra time. This person is that. Now you would have, when I left teaching, it was literally like stacks of accommodations. It's like, okay, this person towards the front of the class, this person gets extra time, this person also to the front of the class, this person can't sit by the windows because they have ADHD and they play with the blinds, so they have to sit over there.
Yeah.
This person has to sit next to this person is only speaks Spanish, so they have to have a translator. They got to sit by the front of the class. Well, if I have 10 students who want to sit by the front of the class and I only have 8 desks in the front of the class, then 2 people are not being accommodated, so I have to figure out what to do those accommodations. And it's just like, and then at the end of the day, the kids are like, do you have my paper? I don't I don't have anything.
I got 125 students. You got to time to about 8 minutes.
Yeah. Just start repeating.
I got to
the
check
same
it in the
thing.
savings.
And we turn into Kevin Hart, so I got to check it in the savings. And the thing is, the savings is not connected to the chicken.
That's right. All right. That's funny, man. So yeah, it is what it is sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Okay. This is one that I think teachers want to say, but they don't say because how it may be taken by parents. We're really busy. You just talked about it. Believe it or not, we're not just saying do this page and we sit down and get on our phones and scroll. Mm-hmm. You guys are truly busy. It doesn't stop for you guys. Like you said, sometimes people have a actual scheduled class during their lunch to help out another teacher because they're gone. Like it's you guys always have this new stuff just dumped on you every day. You never know what's going to happen. So you are truly busy. You're not ignoring the parent. It's just you are truly going through a lot of things.
And it's not even just the schoolwork. Sometimes it's life.
Yes.
Like one of the things that my students would be like, hey, can I come by after school? And I'm like, yeah, I have a half an hour. And they're like, oh, well, it might take a little bit longer. And I go, I don't have longer. I'm contracted till 3:00.
Yes.
And you have me until 3:00.
Yes.
I would love to stay longer, but I have 2 children down in daycare right below our feet.
Yes.
They have to be out at 3:00.
That's right.
Therefore, I have to go get them. And by the way, I was single dad, divorced with custody of my children.
Yes.
I had 2 kids, a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, that I'm trying to go home and feed and clothe and keep entertained and, changing diapers and doing all that stuff. At the same time, I've got papers and planning and parent emails and after school tutoring and all this other stuff. And it's so much.
It is.
So much.
It is. And it's unrelenting.
Unrelenting.
It really is, man. So teachers are busy.
Busy.
Yeah. I know you don't like to hear that. Yes, they're busy. Mm-hmm. Why are you busy with your little class? You're busy.
You're not busy now.
I'm at home, sir. Could you leave? Okay.
I'm just trying to lift these trees, or this. I saw the guy do it.
Now, here's one that I don't think parents think teachers really feel. Mm-hmm. He said, we're more annoyed than you about buying school supplies.
Yeah.
There's a teacher's list that they send home saying, can you buy this? And here's what happens. If we don't buy this for our children, the teachers then probably end up buying those same things that we should have bought.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. And that's unfair to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're our children. We should, and we always would donate more because we understood that there was a need with our, when it came to some of the kids, maybe a little less fortunate. So we would always give a whole bunch. And I would use, I'm a comedian. We go to hotels all the time. So it would be Holiday Inn toilet paper.
Yeah.
It would be.
Do your kids need shampoo in class? I got lots of shampoo.
I got a bathrobe.
I have a shaving kit.
That kid looks like he shaves. Come on, man.
Come on. Yeah. So, I mean, to be honest with you, it's so sad to me that that's a thing. I've posted probably 10 times on my Facebook a sale on a specific good.
Trying to help.
Like, yeah, because I go, teachers, just so you know, Expo markers 75% off on Amazon. And I post that. And most of the comments are, oh my gosh, what a deal. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then the out of country teachers post and they go, really? They have to buy this? We're overstocked. This is unbelievable. Why do you have to buy it? You shouldn't perpetuate this kind of stuff. And the school district should buy it. Yeah, the school district should. But they're not.
They're not.
So therefore, I had to buy it.
Yes.
And the teachers have to buy it. So a good deal is a good deal. And but yeah, that's one of the things is that ideally, the kids, you as a teacher would go, what do the kids need? And then the school district go, we got it. I don't want to hand you a list.
No.
I'd rather hand the district a list and
let
say
them,
this is what they need.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be.
Absolutely. But we know the reality, so we do what we got to do.
Yep.
Here's one. We don't really want to take your kids' toys. And this could be from little kids, and this could be cell phones. This could be all kinds of different devices.
Dude, I had some fun with some fidget spinners. Speak for yourself. I was like,
those were hot for a while.
That can't be out. I'm at my desk and the kids are like, "So what are you doing, Mr. Siebold?" "Nothing."
Yeah. So soothing. This is so nice.
Oh, I love fidget
Now, fidget spinners were hot for a time.
Right.
Everybody had them. So that was a distraction. So you guys had to take them. Do I want to take this from you? No.
No.
I don't want to have to remember to give this back to you.
Right.
I don't want to have to tell you not to have it.
If I take a cell phone, I have to keep an eye on that cell phone the rest of the day.
Yes.
Lock it up, make sure nobody else gets
Yes.
it, and I got to be there at the end of the day for you to
come get it.
And
Yes.
chances are you're late.
Late.
Every time you're late.
Yes.
And then I've got to stay and go, "Where are you?" You have to get the cell phone, because if I leave, the second I leave, you're knocking at the door. "I don't have my cell phone. I got to tell my mom you stole my cell phone."
Yeah, you stole it. Yeah. I stole it. Really, Kevin? I stole it.
I'm out doing using your anytime minutes.
Yeah.
Is this anytime?
This the right time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny.
You know what? That's funny though, because really you could have punished the children like early on in the 90s. Take a cell phone and be like, "I got a friend in Mexico."
Ah! Oh my God!
Enjoy the $75 charge. I'm just gonna let it over
I'm
here.
telling my mom. Yeah. Okay. Oh, here's one. It's
Okay.
very honest. We might not want your help.
Oh yeah.
We might not
Yep.
want your help. And what they mean is like, hey, parents, there's a lot of you out there who have a lot of ideas. There's a lot of you who want to come in and help do different things. But sometimes when you come in and you're a volunteer as a parent and they let you come in, you do all your testing and whatnot, might not have anything for you to do, he's saying. We might not have something. And he goes, a lot of times, he hates to admit it, but a lot of times the parents became distractions.
Yeah, I empathize for elementary teachers, because sometimes your volunteers, in the amount of time it takes you to explain a task to them, you could have done the task already. It's like, "Yeah, I want you to cut these out. Here's how you're going to cut them out." "Okay, it's done. I just did it." It's like, then you just have somebody who is constantly looking at you, and the second it's a burdensome thing in your mind, because you're like, "Oh, they're not doing something. I should put them on task." But I have a whole class to get on task. You're basically now trying to teach two groups.
There you go.
You're not self-sufficient over there. You should be, but you're not.
You're not, yeah.
And so it sometimes, I think, could easily be a burden.
Yeah.
I couldn't get a parent to volunteer in a high school classroom to save my life.
Not at all, man.
Not one bit.
No.
I don't think I ever saw parent volunteers walking through the school at all.
No. I don't, especially
Middle school,
nowadays. Maybe.
some.
More elementary, I would think. When the kids are smaller, the parents want to be
Elementary,
around.
for sure. That's when
Yeah.
the parents care about their children.
Yeah, not when they're in high school. They're your problem, Mr. Siebold.
Yeah, they're like, "I thought they moved out. They're in 9th grade.
Really?
They're 13.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
We
They're
should
in
do
the
something
garage."
about that. All right. This is what you talked about a little bit earlier. If we meet with you before or after school, we're working for free. Please keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid right now, but I agreed to try to accommodate your schedule because I care about your kid and I need to explain some things to you, communicate some things about what's going on with him. Same thing with after school. They pay me till 3 o'clock. So anything after that, it's my own time that I'm willing to meet with you because I do care, but please treat my time respectfully.
Yep. Not even just meeting, but phone calls even.
Yes.
That's my time.
Yes.
I'm using it for you.
Yes.
Even open houses. People don't realize teachers don't get paid for open house.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's not hourly. We
It's
don't clock in.
Yeah, it's expected you to be there, and that's
Yeah,
what
it's
it is.
wild to me because that paycheck, when we have open houses and we have to be there for like 3 hours, well, my paycheck doesn't go up.
No.
But they still put hourly wages as if I'm making hourly on my paycheck. They said, "Here's how much you made, estimated hourly wage." And I go, "Wow, you didn't factor in the open house?" "Oh, no, we don't factor in the open house." "Oh, so I work for free." "Oh, well, it's in your contract that you do open house."
Gotcha.
"Oh, okay. I don't get paid for open house."
You
All right.
volunteered your time, and we
Yeah,
thank you.
exactly.
We thank you for that. There
Yep.
you go. Here's a free stapler.
The irony is they won't pay you for open house, but they'll pay you to go take tickets at the football game.
Hell yeah. There you go. There you go. Boosters, baby.
Yep.
That's right. Here's one for you. There's not much I can do to punish your kid.
No.
Sometimes parents will want the teacher to punish the kid.
Well, what did you do about it?
Yeah, what did you do about it? Ma'am, I'm telling you so that you, as the parent, can do something about it.
Right.
Yeah, I can give your kid a detention, which you're going to have to come pick them up after work. You're not going to like that. I can do that. But that's probably as far as I can go. If you truly want your son to be punished or daughter, You, the parent, that's your job.
Right.
To punish him for that.
Yeah, and that's the hard part is we don't have power. In fact, we've gone almost more powerless.
Oh,
as
yeah,
time
I would
has-
say that. Oh, yeah.
Obviously, there's no corporal punishment
No.
anymore, and we're running out of options in the way of threats. I'm going to call mom. Well, mom doesn't care. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to call dad. Dad works from home. He's not going to be inconvenienced anymore. He
Nope.
can just come get me.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go next door. The world's strongest man is there. And, and then they're, oh.
You mean the guy with the trees?
The trees. Yeah, he's going to bring an oak in here and take care of you.
So, yeah, like, I don't know why, but parents do think sometimes that it's your job. What did you do about it? Okay, I'm telling you so you can.
Right.
That's your job.
Unfortunately, they go, oh, that teacher's just got it out for you. Don't worry about it.
Oh, my gosh.
Nah,
no, I didn't earn these grades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that message from the teacher and it says my kid did something wrong or is acting a certain way. We have a sit down.
That's exactly right.
That sit down is also followed by action of, so I know you really enjoy that PlayStation game you've been playing lately. Guess what? We're going to put that on pause for a while till you can get it together. And then the kid straightens up.
Yep.
I go,
Oh, yeah.
any more problems? No? Okay, great.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
Consequences, results.
Yeah.
It sounds simple.
It's you know.
Gotcha. The last one's the best one.
Okay.
I think every teacher can empathize with this. We sugarcoat. And I love what he wrote about this. If we tell you that your kid was disrespectful to his classmates, we're really telling you that your kid was a jerk. If we describe your child as difficult to motivate, we're calling him lazy. If we say Jill had a difficult day, we mean she was a major pain in the keister. Whatever we tell you, assume that it's probably worse.
To get to that point, to have to tell the parent that there's a problem.
Yeah.
There's a bigger problem.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
It's the truth.
Yes.
I mean, you have that student and you gave them chances. It's not they were a distraction. It's they were multiple times a distraction.
Yes.
They were multiple times a problem. They did not listen to you.
No.
They defied you, and now I'm having to come to you.
Yes.
And so, yes, it is multiplied.
So know that, parents, if a teacher approaches you and tells you that your child is doing something, they've probably been holding that in for a lot of different times and gave your child a lot of different chances. So don't get angry at them. It's time to talk to little Timmy.
Yeah.
He might need some rectifying.
Yeah, exactly.
go.
I agree.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
So that was his top 10 of things that parents don't understand when it comes to teacher.
I agree. I
Yeah.
think that's something that for sure needs to. Also, parents don't understand one other thing too. Little Timmy is not the angel you think he is at home. I can't tell you enough how many times you tell parents, so this is what happened. They go, oh, really? My child? Yeah, your child.
Your child.
And he would, no, he would. And he does.
And he does.
Yeah, and it's,
Yeah.
but he's too young to know about the internet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he said those words, and all four letters pronounced very efficiently.
I will say that he did use it in the correct tense.
Yes, and honestly, directed directly at me. I mean, that's good.
That's good.
And we got pronouns correct on
Absolutely.
that. Yeah. So it's wild, man. But yeah, I agree. There's some things out there that the parents need to know. And by the way, obviously, we love your thoughts.
Oh, they're going to give on this one. They're going to share some thoughts with us.
So if you would like parents to understand a little bit more about us, what advice would you tell parents? Hey, look, you really think it's this way, but it's this way, and that's the truth. James, how can people find you, my friend?
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, the same account, James Yon, Y-O-N, comedian, James Yon, comedian. And thank you guys for all the new people that are following me. I really appreciate you. I'm over 7,000. I'm looking at 8,000.
Nice. Over 7,000, almost
Yes.
8,000 followers.
Yeah.
DevinComedy.com for all the upcoming tour. It's 106,000.
Yeah.
And
Got it.
Facebook, 257,000. And
All right.
Instagram,
right.
252,000.
Oh, wow.
Who's
Okay.
counting? Who's counting? counting. Anyways, be sure to follow me on all those platforms. Check me out on the Board Teachers Comedy Tour coming to a city near you, guaranteed. And James may even be on some shows. And we're also working on some other special projects with board teachers as well. So keep a lookout for those. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button. And we'll see you back here next time for another episode of Crying in My Car, a podcast for teachers. There might be a clip up there. There might be a clip down there. If it's got our face, if it's other people's stuff, come back. Don't click on that. But us suggested things. That's us crying in my car. Devin Siebold, James Yon, board teachers. Watch. New trailer for Indiana Jones. No, don't do that. Don't do that.